Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism. Let me put the link in the chat here. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita, one of the admins of this wonderful establishment, and this is our Sunday night Let's Talk Autism open discussion. Another way for us to socialize, get to know one another, and share something about our journeys. Um, Again, this is open discussion. Um, uh, just about everyone who participates is a parent of a loved one who is on the spectrum, and we do have those who want to come in and learn something about autism. So if you have any questions, you just throw them in the chat. And if you are a parent, a caregiver, or someone who can offer some great suggestions, feel free to chime in at any time. So before we get started, and how are you, Teresa?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Before we get started, I have a couple shameless plugs here. Um, as you can see, I have up, we are having our sweatpants and mimosas event April the 18th at 5 to 8 p.m. Hey, Mr. Charles.
Hey,
Um,
Nita and Teresa.
Hey, Mr. Charles.
so if you are in the Metro Detroit area, we'd love to have you join us. I have the information posted, but I will share the link for that. And we are looking for donors. If you like to donate for our sweatpants and mimosas, it's all about caregivers getting away for a couple of hours, about self-care and just enjoying ourselves. So we're gonna do a big basket, self-care basket giveaway, as well as give gifts to the parents who show up or caregivers, because parents, caregivers, and those who support us. But if you like to donate self-care products, it doesn't have to be monetary, but we are accepting that too. But you can also donate a self-care product. It doesn't have to be anything big. Something that we can give away to the parents. We much appreciate it. We are also doing a raffle, but right now I had to take it down because we have to make sure we are in compliance with Michigan rules, which say we must have a license, and I have totally forgot about that. So if we are selling tickets outside of the event, which we were or are. So I'm waiting on that to come in, and then I will put the raffle back up. Otherwise, it'll just be a inside raffle for those of you who want to know. And I will have more information on that. The other announcement I have to make. I have the Beautiful Faces of Autism campaign link ready to go. So you can start submitting your photos early. Cutoff time right now just depends on how they come, how the pictures come. Because last year I got flooded. I didn't realize, but I'm gonna make it one rule this time. You must be following our Autism and Us Facebook page. So there's a question on there that will give me your Facebook name, put it up there, but make sure you are following the page to participate. I will share the link sometimes during this broadcast. I'm also over here. I opened up TikTok, so hello to those of you over here on TikTok. I have to get over on TikTok a little more. Um, so I have that open. So if you are, come on in and join us, share the love. This is open discussion. And a reminder to our book clubbers, we are on Forever Boy by Kate Swinson. So we will have our first meeting for this read tomorrow at 7 p.m. in our book club group. So that concludes my announcements. How is everybody doing this evening? Let's see who's here. We have Spencer. Hey, Spencer, how are
Hi,
you?
Spencer.
Spencer.
Lori,
Hi,
how are
Lori.
you doing? And we know Teresa's up here. Hey, Teresa. Kelly.
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. And Spencer says, hello, Mr. Charles.
Okay.
And we had Candy. Hey, Candy.
Hi, Candy.
And
Hi.
I don't know who that is.
EMM
MXM
Mixa Nilha. Okay.
from over on YouTube. Well, hello to you. And Candy says, hi, Mr. Charles.
Okay.
So, how's everybody's weekend?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We're
Anything?
expecting a blizzard here. In fact, it started snowing already. I took the garbage out just a little bit ago, just before coming in here, and it was already starting to snow. But they're expecting, anywhere from 30 to 60 centimeters of snow here.
Okay, we have a little snow, some snow. Well, this morning it was just a little dust. I haven't looked out there recently, so I have to see what's going on.
Well, this is striking the East Coast. This storm, and New York City is right in the bullseye. They said of the storm, and we're
Yeah,
not far from New York City.
I still have to see what it's doing out here over here. We might be getting a little bit of snow. Maybe not a storm. But we have some dust right now. Okay, so I'm putting the link for the Beautiful Faces of Autism
All right,
campaign
all right. I'll have to check it out and get
in
my
the
picture in.
yep, definitely, Mr. Charles. The
Yeah,
form must be filled out completely. And I want to tell you, make sure you read the instructions, everybody. One person per photo, and that person has to be on the spectrum because what? It's all about them and us showing their beautiful faces. So, mom, dad, husband, wife, no, you cannot be in this photo. It's all about them. Boyfriend, girlfriend, and all that good stuff. Cousin, uncle, auntie, no. But make sure you read the instructions and follow along. And pictures will be placed first come, first serve basis. So be patient as I'm not going to start the pictures till April 1st. First one, and then I'll go from there. First one received, second one received, blah, 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 blah. On. So if your picture doesn't show up the first day, don't worry, it's coming. I'm only one person.
now,
I
are you
got
looking?
hounded.
Now, are you
Go
looking
ahead.
this? Are you looking to schedule any focus lives in April?
Yep, we're gonna do that too. So we want to have you on.
Okay.
So we'll set up some dates for that, maybe the end of this month or the beginning of March. We'll start setting up the schedule for that. Candy says I need that snow, but it may not stick. You want snow, Candy?
She
You
said
can
it may
have
not.
ours. Huh?
She said it may not stock.
She meant stick, I believe.
So I guess, well, I think this snow is going to stock because I don't think
Oh
Wall
goodness.
Street will get exempted from it. So
Mr. Charles, Mr. Charles. If you are listening in over on TikTok and you would like to participate in our Beautiful Faces of Autism campaign, which we do every year, where we show off our beautiful babies, the link is up. There's no way to share a link here, but you can go to autismandus.org. Please, everybody over here on Facebook too, do not inbox any photos or share them in the group. You must complete the form that's on the website. Sometimes I become a little lenient about these things, and no last minute this year. No, I'm not gonna do it. When the deadline hits, that's it. No more. um, Spencer says weekend. Went to the DMV Friday to get Joshua a real ID because we plan to fly to Disney World this summer.
All right.
Right.
That was fun. I can imagine it was. How'd he do in the line? Since his last name has changed, they want a notarized paper saying that his last name changed. Like, hello, is the court order new birth certificate not enough? Nope. They want all the paperwork.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the old saying: you can't fight City Hall.
Right.
Sometimes
It's
things may seem Mickey Mouse, but it's funny when Cindy and I got our Connecticut driver's licenses when we moved here. Now, both of us had had Connecticut driver's licenses before, um, but for me, because I got it before the computer age, before that business was computerized. They didn't need all the stuff from me, and they needed from Cindy, but they needed from her, among other things. They needed a copy of our marriage certificate to show that her name had changed because her former driver's license in Connecticut was under her unmarried name.
oh yeah. Um Candy says yes, school will close an additional day. I love my kids, but it's sometimes the need for an extra day. Oh yeah. Most definitely, Candy.
So
Yeah,
how
I
was your
forgot.
son's thing yesterday?
Oh, he enjoyed himself. He got DeAndre when he goes places, and I explain this to everybody. Um, he doesn't act like he does at home until he gets to know you. He gets shy. So he was a little shy or acting that way. So he didn't let loose like I was hoping he would, but he did good. My grandchildren also went along, so it was a nice time, and we are looking forward to her next workshop that she gives. I think she's gonna mix it up, but yeah, it was really really nice. I appreciate the trainer that was there, working with the kids. He did a wonderful job. Um, and we had a little parent talk. Uh, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful added touch while the kids were doing their thing. So it was really nice, and DeAndre and the rest of the kids really enjoyed themselves. Yep. Did you guys do anything exciting, Teresa, this weekend?
No, except going to church today.
Okay. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful.
Cindy and I had our meeting today, but it was on Zoom. The decision we as the bodybuilders made was because nobody knew exactly when the snow would start, and what was known was the roads were going to be slippery once it did. So we decided to hold it on Zoom.
Okay.
So that's what we did.
Okay. All right. So everybody's what's for dinner, you guys? You know I get hungry around this time.
Breakfast.
Breakfast? That sounds good. Were you
I
making
fixed.
some eggs?
Pancakes, breakfast steaks, hash brown sausage.
I
Oh,
fixed green beans. I fixed my simple potato salad that I like to fix, and I fixed. Cindy loves it, so I just keep it simple. Fix a very simple potato salad, and I fixed a couple of ground beef patties, ground round patties. So that was our
okay.
dinner tonight. Um, my simple potato salad. I'll cook the potatoes and slice the potatoes, cook them, boil them 15 minutes, pour off the water. Then what I do is I add a heaping I had a heaping tablespoon of. First of all, I seasoned it with some garlic powder, and I had a heaping tablespoon of capers, a heaping tablespoon of mustard, a heaping tablespoon of, uh, of mayonnaise, and mixed that all up. And very simple.
Okay. And Spencer says Joshua did great in the line, but now my lawyer is just gonna have his paralegal do the paperwork and notarize. He's the one who helped me change his last name. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Spencer says they had Chinese or having Chinese tonight. Kelly says chicken gravy over rice. That
That
sounds
sounds
good.
good.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Candy says stir fry. Okay, what kind? Did you do
Yeah.
chicken or beef or
Yeah. I
shrimp?
fixed chicken with gravy and rice actually a few nights ago. Had that and had leftovers from that for a
Okay.
couple of days. Um, Fixed that along with a green vegetable.
Okay, that sounds good too, Mr. Charles. I don't know what you guys know. DeAndre, it's weekend with dad, so they should be pulling up in a minute. I'm surprised he's not here yet. So he'll probably already have eaten, but of course he's gonna come in and raid the refrigerator as usual.
Yeah. 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 We know about him. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Candy said chicken. Okay, chicken stir fry and vegetables with noodles sounds good.
That sounds good.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Hmm.
I've got
So
to get back into making stir fries.
you go. Oh, you like stir fry?
Yeah, I got to get back into making them.
Oh, okay. You have the wok and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. One of the favorite things that Cindy and I both like, I'll fix occasionally, is this stir fry with it's, broccoli, shrimp and broccoli stir fry, and with sauce on a mixture of sauces, and it's really good. And Cindy and I always like that. But I don't fix it that often. I have to fix it again sometime soon.
Okay. And Spencer says, has anyone updated the flooring in their child's room? I toss out the carpet, put down hardwood now. Joshua just wants to lay on the floor. I don't get it. Nope. Now, funny thing is, I have carpeting through my house except the bedrooms. I like the hardwood, but nope, I haven't had a need to update. But I may take this carpet and go back to hardwood. I just didn't want the trouble of maintaining it with little feet always walking across it. But I may take the carpet off since the kids are a little older now. Have you, Teresa, when
I
at the
know
house?
we just had my son's carpet replaced
Okay.
because my neighbor's kitchen had a leak in the kitchen sink behind the
Oh
wall,
goodness.
so it dripped. All that water went
Uh-huh.
into his room, so it
Wow.
caused mold and all that.
Yeah.
So the landlord had to, so he had to sleep with me, of course. So my room became his room, and all his stuff was in my room and the front room, and they had to replace the whole carpet in his room.
The whole carpet. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope, I haven't. Maybe Spencer, the floor is cool and soothing for him. You know how our babies get those sensory needs. Maybe that's what it is. I was gonna mention about the young man who they found, the young autistic man. I can't remember his name right now. Um, but he had gone missing and he fell into, I think, was it New York? Anybody remember that story? But um and I believe I posted it on the wall. But anyway, he lost his life. They found him, of course, in a body of water. And I just wanna my condolences just go out to his family. And that's just really a big one of our biggest safety concerns as parents with autistic loved ones, no matter how old they are. The water is a danger. It attracts them for some reason. and it's just dangerous. So I just want to reiterate to all of the parents, get your kids in water safety classes, swim classes as soon as possible. The more they know, it'll help. It can help. But I'm going to find his name in a second so I can. Let me see. Let me see if I can find his name. In the meantime, Kelly says we have all hardwood because of messes with Jordan, and the family basement room has carpet. Okay. I just don't like carpet. It holds everything. Oh yeah. You definitely have to keep it clean. And I have a dog running around here who sheds. So, the carpet has to be cleaned at least once a month for a deep cleaning. And we still get a whole lot of hair. And it's not good too if they have really bad allergies. Carpet is not really a good thing to have. Kelly says we have a soft queen size comforter folded on the floor for Jordan to sit on in his room. Okay. Now that's a good idea. Candy said I plan to put Joe in swim lessons again for a refresher. Yep. Great idea.
Yeah.
Definitely great idea. Let me see if I can pull up this young man's name. There we go. Give me 1 second, you guys. Give us something. It's open discussion, so give us a topic, Mr. Charles. You have something in mind while I'm looking this up?
Well, this is kind of related to the reading of the book. It's really interesting. Gotten through 4 chapters of the book so far, and I know we're going to be discussing this tomorrow night. So maybe I should hold off till we have the book club meeting. But it's just I'll talk up the book though. It's a really good book.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so if you haven't got it yet, get it. If you got it already, and you're holding off reading it, start reading it.
Okay, good. And if you want to join our book club, we are reading books about autism or related to autism only. If you are interested, just another way for us to learn, get different perspectives, and discuss things. So if you are interested in joining the book club is absolutely free to join. It's our book club group, Autism and Us Book Club. You are more than welcome to join us. I am looking for this young man's name. I thought I had it right there on my wall, but I guess, let me see. Teresa?
Yes.
You have something exciting you want to share?
Well, I
this
know
evening?
I start my
Here.
exercise class this coming week.
Oh, awesome. His name is Connor Oldfield.
Okay, yeah. And where did he fall in the water at?
Let me see. Let me get the story so I can make sure I have it right. Make sure I have this.
But yeah, that's the thing with autistic people eloping and being drawn to bodies of water.
I want to make sure. See here, got the story Oldfield. Search, I think. Yeah. Connor Oldfield, a 19-year-old autistic young man from Plainfield, New Jersey, was reported missing around January 24th, prompting an extensive multi-agency search effort. after nearly a month. Wow. That a whole month, you
Oh,
guys.
dang.
Authorities confirmed that his body was discovered on February 19th, 2026, in water at Greenbrook near the Roosevelt Avenue Bridge. A medical examiner determined 19-year-old Connor Oldfield died from an accidental drowning.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
yeah, and that's the thing, no sense of danger.
Right. Absolutely no sense. No sense of danger.
Yeah, David has no sense of danger at all.
Yeah, DeAndre doesn't either. That's why it's
And
so important for us to keep up with water safety.
the thing is that depending on the level of impairment, a lot of autistic people can be taught about danger. If they don't naturally recognize certain things as dangerous, they can be taught. As I can remember, my parents, drilling into me about, safety with traffic, with walking, and I would recite, the safety advice. Of course, my mom was a former English teacher. For her, that was another story. I would say, better not run across the street or you'll get ran over. And mom would try to correct my grammar, and I would
Ran.
insist that ran over was right.
Candy says we read that one. Sorry about that. Spencer says anything is a good idea. Gun safety, swim safety. Well, I don't yeah, gun safety, that's just a whole different ball game. Right now, water safety.
Yeah, and gun safety. If you have a gun in the house, that's
Don't mention that too much.
yeah. If you don't have one,
GUN.
if you don't have one, then the question is, do you really need to teach safety about it?
Mhm.
If you don't have one.
Hey, Monique. How are you?
Hey, Monique.
How's Justice doing? Kelly says, I agree, Mr. Charles. The book is wonderful. It's heartbreaking because there's no fear of it's heartbreaking because there's a yes. Yes. Yeah, it is. Most of our kids just we're still working on DeAndre trying to cross the street or, paying attention to his surroundings, even
Hmm.
in the grocery store, just no sense of danger.
Yeah, David's
None.
the same way. David's like, I have to get him to look both ways, left and right, and then left again. And it's like he doesn't have the concept of doing that. I have to tell him, like, David, look left, look right, and then look left again. Are there cars coming? No. It's like, okay, then it's safe to cross.
Mhm. Now, see, DeAndre, his level of understanding, because I tell him, you could tell him, and he'll look, and then he'll look. I'll tell him to look, and then look again. But it's just like his head will drop right back down, and
Mm-hmm.
he's ready to do something else. Pick up sticks or
And
something. And it's
yeah,
like, so
David's
that's
almost
why he cannot be outdoors by himself or anywhere where it's traffic.
yeah. David's
Mm-mm.
almost been by a car twice. He came close to being hit
Mm.
because he didn't know.
Yeah. Monique says we're fine. Good. Glad you guys are doing well, Monique. Kelly says, did any of you hear about the elopement in Lancaster, Pennsylvania? No,
No, I didn't hear about that.
I haven't. You have to share that with us, Kelly. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys.
That's good.
Um,
That's what I'm saying. You can teach. You can often. I won't say every
thank
autistic
you.
child can be taught safety, but often you can teach them safety, at least about some things.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, it just depends on their level of understanding what you're trying to teach them, you know. Joe always asks me for my hand when he crosses the street. Okay. Well, he knows, at least he knows mom is safe. So I'm at a street. Let me grab mom's hand.
Yeah,
So
David's the
that's
same
good.
way.
That's
David
good.
has to hold my hand when he crosses the street too.
Yeah, see, DeAndre won't even ask for my hand. If I'm letting him walk, he's just gonna keep going unless I say, DeAndre, give me your hand. Spencer says Joshua, no sense of danger either. Thinks he can be Superman and do anything. Yep, yep, yep. That's our kids. They just don't have, well, some of them don't
But then
have
I
that
get the
sense of danger.
stares.
You get what?
I get the stares when people stare at me holding my son's hand, a 14-year-old.
Why?
You know,
Why?
because they say it's like you shouldn't be holding his hand. I'm like, excuse me.
I
I was like, are
hold
you
my
guys
baby.
boyfriend and girlfriend? I was like, oh heck no, it's my son,
Oh
my
my
special
goodness.
needs son.
Yeah,
Do you want
yes.
him to run into the street and get hit by a car? Because if he does, it's gonna be your fault.
Right,
Not
right.
gonna be my fault because I'm holding my son's hand. I'd rather keep my son safe than in the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. If people say something, do you know my son? You
All
know,
right. Exactly.
yeah,
Do you
that's the
know?
thing. Do you
You
know
know
what?
us?
You don't know him, so best keep your mouth shut about what you don't know about.
But then David tells him, mind your own business.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
You tell him, son. And then he says
Uh,
something like, oh, he shouldn't be carrying a stuffed animal either. He ain't no baby. I was like, but he has a mind of a kindergarten, third grade.
yeah, people. This world can be cruel. People just don't want to
Brewing and
get
ignorance.
have an understanding of what we go through, and that's sad. That's
And that's
really
what I tell him.
sad.
It's his safeguard. It's his safety.
well, the
It's a
thing
safe.
is, I think part of it with autism is because autistic kids look like any other kid. Autistic people, they look like anybody else pretty much. There's no look associated with autism. Because of that, the kid looks normal, and so people react according to that too. And they react according to this kid looks normal, so why are you
To
holding his hand,
them.
and why is he holding a stuffed animal?
As you, if you are viewing or coming in, please make sure you share some love on the live by giving us a thumbs up or heart us. We'd appreciate the support as you come in. Um, if you are inside the group and you would like to say hello to everybody in the live chat, you will need to open up the video and then that will bring you to the live chat. Otherwise, we probably won't see you. But as you come in, please share some love. We'd appreciate it. Even if you're not going to say anything, it's not a requirement to chat, not a requirement. But if you are here enjoying the conversation, just make sure you give us a thumbs up. Is it Kyrell? Welcome. Says my boys will just run out. Oh my God, I gotta hold hands always. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yes, we gotta keep our youth safe for sure.
yeah.
Definitely. Spencer says little off topic, but to do with stairs. I had a lady come up to my daughter face to face. She was like 4 months old. I said to her, can I help you back off? People are strange. Oh yeah. You have to watch people. Definitely, especially with small kids. Why would you walk up on a baby?
Yeah.
Right.
Candy says, I had this guy address me because I made my son use the woman's bathroom instead of allowing him in the men's by himself. I'm just really funny. Well, I tell you what, Candy, DeAndre, I usually I'm hopeful there is a family restroom, but I'm with DeAndre, and it's only happened maybe a couple times where he has to use the restroom and there's not a family, restroom. He will definitely go in the women's with me. I will let everybody know. I will holler in there first Is anybody in here? And if I do see someone, I will explain or wait till they come out, then we go in. But yeah, one, I don't trust people. Two, it's a sanitary thing. DeAndre, just like he doesn't have a sense of danger, public restrooms can be very nasty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to watch him. So, yeah, I don't blame you on that one. I do the same thing.
I'm the
But
same way.
yeah, hopefully, a lot of more places will offer, family restrooms where there's not an issue. Kelly says, I guess the point of the article is to make sure that elopement is part of the child's IEP. Okay. Something that is often missed because we are concerned with academic. Yeah. Yeah, good point, Kelly. So yeah, if you do have an eloper, that's definitely important. That is important to make sure it's noted, that the team at the school knows that your child is an eloper. Very important. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly.
I told my son's teacher that he can be sometimes he can elope sometimes. And I'll be like, okay, thanks for letting us know.
Did you put it as
Yeah.
part of his
Oh yeah,
IEP?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I told his teacher on the first day of ninth grade over the phone. I told her about it. He said,
Okay.
you're gonna watch it. You have to keep it on because he will elope. Not all the time, but when he thinks he's gonna feel sick, he'll fake sick and go to the nurse's office and where you guys can't find him.
Oh wow.
It's like, okay,
Oh,
thanks
he's
for
a
letting
little
me know. I will let
sneaky
all his
thing.
teachers know.
Well, at least he
I will let
doesn't run out of the
them know.
school and off
Right.
to who knows where.
Right. And I would hope, especially if they have elopers in the school, they have security measures
Yeah.
in place.
Yes. They
You
have
can't
their
really
their
you can't really lock the doors because it's a fire hazard, but I know some schools do, from the inside anyway. The outside, yeah, but the inside.
yeah, at his school, at the whole school is gated. So it's a
Okay.
gated school, but his door, the classroom door, the class that he's in, the applied class, they do lock that door because they have a lot of elopers in that classroom. So they lock that door.
So they want to make sure they are being safe.
Yes. Which the school knows, which they have this really autism classrooms there, and then they have the intellectual and development disability, which is the applied class that David's in. So they keep those doors locked because they have elopers.
Candy says I was mad because he said I was coddling my son. When you were holding his hand, Candy, turn around. I'm just making sure my son is safe. Hey Beth, how are you?
Hey, Beth.
Hey Beth.
Hey Pammy, how are you?
Hey, Pam. Well, again, it's like I say, I think part of it is the fact that autistic kids look like any other kid. And so because of that, people often react in knee-jerk fashion to what they see. It doesn't cross their minds that this person might be special in some way.
Beth says tomorrow I am going with my daughter to see about getting Carter into public school to do an IEP. They say he can have one of his ABA therapists with him. He's 9, always been in ABA center. I'm nervous. Oh yeah, and that's a good idea because I used to take DeAndre's with a BCBA would help with DeAndre. She was actually sitting in as an advocate for things that I didn't know. She was well versed, so it helps. So they can work together on the school side and ABA side. They can kind of come together. So that's a great idea. Great idea. And then plus other things. If she is one of those therapists that's versed in IEPs, she'll be a very, very helpful. Very helpful. Well, good luck to you guys. Thoughts and prayers, fingers crossed for a successful meeting. Candy said when I made him go to when you and you're
Yeah.
coddling him. Well, I'm like, well, you heard what I said. I got two issues. I'm gonna coddle my son when it comes to that. Because, not only because of safety issues of him not knowing or having a sense of danger, but also it's a sanitary issue too, as well.
Mm-hmm. But there's sometimes that my son would say, "Mom," when he was in the when we went to the emergency room back in October of last year. He goes, for that high fever he had. He goes, "Mom, out, please." I was like, "Okay, I will step out."
Yep. As long as you're out, you were outside the door.
Yeah, I was outside
Yeah.
by the door. He
Yeah.
goes, "Are you done
Well,
now?"
see, he
I am done.
understands. Yeah, at least he understands. But see, DeAndre wouldn't be able to tell me that. He'll
Yeah,
just go in and start using.
because he wants to do his big. Because when they have to do like the certain samples of to see what was causing his high fevers and all that, they need a urine sample,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he
Well,
doesn't
good.
like doing it in front of me.
He understands privacy. That's
Yes,
good.
he
Yeah.
goes, "Mom, out, please." I was like, "Okay,
Uh,
I'll step out. I'll be outside by the door. If you need me,
Hi,
just call me."
Jesse.
I
Hi,
just
Jesse. How are you? They said he can have his therapist every day during school. Oh, okay. Now see
That
that
is awesome.
that is wonderful.
that's
We
great.
had
Yeah.
we had a fight on our hands. That's awesome. When they wanted to get the ABA therapist inside the school, that was different than her just attending the meeting. They were like, we have to have other meetings. But that is awesome. How long would she be able to stay through the whole school day or just a few hours? I like to hear that. I like to hear that. That is really good.
Yeah, so now David's taking all of more medication now. He's on new medications.
For his seizure?
No, he's low on his vitamin B and his vitamin D.
Okay. Okay. Kelly says that's awesome. Isn't that awesome, Kelly? That is awesome. I like that ABA. Who's ding donging?
That's my computer decided to
Oh,
come on.
yeah. So yeah, we got to keep our babies safe. No matter what. No matter what.
I know because it's like his teacher, David's teacher, told me one day. I think it was like last month that he knows his surroundings and he knows where his classrooms are at for each period, and they let
Okay.
him because he knows his where each of his classrooms at for his applied classes. And he said the teacher lets him go ahead, David, you can go ahead to your class. You know where it's at. You know where we're going to be at. You know which classroom it's at. It can be
Thank you for
upstairs
getting
or
your
it can be
hot.
downstairs. And they
Oh,
let him walk to the classroom, and he stays right there by the door and waits.
okay. Well, very
Yeah.
good. He knows how to follow directions. Good.
Yes,
Good. That's
very
excellent.
good directions, and I'm
That's
proud of him.
excellent. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm proud of that. Now, does he use he sounds very vocal. He doesn't have to use that AC device often,
The
does he?
AAC device, no, he only uses it when he gets very shy
Okay.
and he's at a new school. He has to use it, but since he's more vocal now,
Mhm.
which I can never get him to shut up now because he's more talkable now, which
Uh-huh.
I love.
Okay.
I love it, but he has to slow down when he starts talking because he talks too fast.
Okay.
Where I
Oh,
can't get him to understand. Where I can't get him to understand what he's saying, so I have to have him use his AAC device.
okay, I see.
And that's how it is at school too.
Yeah, because the way it sounds, it's like he talks really, really well. Like, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I could see him having to use it then because he'll close down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. That's like I said, that's sort of like DeAndre will shut down when he gets around strangers or people he doesn't know. He just acts getting this little shy role. But
Mm,
once he gets to know you, it's
yes,
on and popping.
and it will never stop.
Hmm.
It's like if somebody asks us, "So David, how are you doing?" He'll use his baby Yoda as his talking thing. He'll go like
Okay,
this.
that's his safety net, huh?
Yeah.
Baby Yoda. Okay. Kelly says my grandson Riker had to tell me that he is in his Lightning McQueen boxers, and he lets me know he wears them all week. Lightning McQueen. All right. All right. That's
Wow.
cute. That is cute. Lightning McQueen. Guess they all have favorites, huh? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Mm-mm-mm. And Barbie, if you're still here, we're having our sweatpants and mimosas event. I hope you'll be able to join us in April. It'll be awesome. And there is also a health fair going on in your neck of the woods too. Out in did she say Auburn Hills or Pontiac, one of them. But yeah, I hope you can join us. That would be so awesome. Um Riker is you mean level 1. Riker is level 1. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Beth says getting lots of snow here and oh, there we go.
Dowagiac. Yeah. Yeah.
YGA. I don't know why that word just tickles me every time I try to say it. The
When I
YGA.
was in college, I knew somebody who was from Dowagiac, so that's how
Hey,
I
I
know about it. It's
completely understand. I
in the
completely
southwest corner of the state.
okay, close by. Yes, it's somewhere. One of them, Pontiac or Auburn Hills. I had to look at the thing.
Yeah, Dowagiac's on the other end of the state, southwest corner. Southwest corner. You're in the southeast corner.
The Wajiak.
Yeah, that's near
Wajiak.
Kalamazoo and Benton Harbor and all that.
Hmm. I don't know. That name just tickles me. Just tickles me.
Yeah, but Kalamazoo and Benton Harbor.
Okay, I will definitely.
Yeah.
Close to Indiana line. Oh, okay, okay. So what? So from Detroit is like about 4 hours. Might be about 4 hours because Indiana's
Yeah.
about what 4 to 5 hours from where I'm at, somewhere along
It
there.
depends on where in Indiana too, but I would say it's probably about a 4 hour drive. I'd have to look at the map to see what expressways go where, but you probably take I-94 west and then get off I-94 near Dowagiac, and so it would probably take I-94 most of the way. So you could probably do it in 4 hours or maybe in a little less than that.
Okay. Jesse says you can keep it back. 28 minutes from Notre Dame. All right.
Yeah.
And I have family in Kalamazoo. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. My son lives in Belleville, so not too far from there. That says yes.
Yeah. My Uncle Tack lived in Hastings, which is along in that general direction. Or no, he lived in Battle Creek. That's right. Either Hastings, Battle. I can't remember now which. I think it was in Hastings that he lived, but it's in that general direction anyway. Uh, he's the one that one year for 4th of July, he decided to create his own fireworks. He stole my great grandfather owned a general store. Uncle Tack, he was my great uncle. He stole some dynamite from his father's general store, and then smuggled in a friend's car to Quantico, which is a beach town on Lake Huron near Bay City.
Oh,
And then that night
what if
for
you're
his
still
4th of July
around?
fire,
I'm
That night
Oh,
was
go
4th of
ahead. I'm
July.
sorry.
For his 4th of July fireworks that night, he blew up the beach house at Quantica Sea.
Oh, crazy.
And he was known for some things like that. When my grandfather turned 16, Uncle Tack, who was 12, presented my grandfather with a cigar for his birthday. And so my grandfather lit it up, started puffing away at it, smoked about halfway down, and pow, that thing almost blew off his nose.
Oh. Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
not
exploding
good.
cigars used to be a novelty in days past.
Oh, man.
Did Kelly says, did you ever go to Cedar Point, Mr. Charles?
Never did. You know, I've actually been to the town, but never been to the amusement park.
Okay. Wait,
I don't know if the amusement park was there when I was in college, but at the time anyway, I was at Michigan State, so that was it would have been quite a drive to get to Cedar Point.
yeah, I used to love Cedar Point when I was a kid and, my early 20s. And, I took the kids a couple times when they were younger, but I haven't been in years. And the other place was Kings Island in Ohio. It was Cedar Point or Kings Island we would go to.
Yeah, Kings Island is connected with it, or was at least. Now of course these things, bigger companies that bought them out, but Kings Dominion in near Richmond, Virginia, was owned by the same people, and of course I've been there numerous times, particularly as my daughter was growing up. We took her there a number of times over the years.
Now, how do you guys kids do your autistic loved ones? How do they do at amusement parks? Do they like them or do you guys stay away from them?
I stay away from.
Um oh, you stay away. Beth says, what's DeAndre? I'm still waiting on DeAndre to come. His dad hasn't dropped him off yet. I'm not sure what's taking so long. Not that I'm rushing it right now, but he does have to go to school in the morning. So I'm probably gonna make a phone call when I get off here. Beth says they need amusement parks for old and slow people with conveyor belts to transport us from one end to the yeah, because that is
That's an
a
idea.
lot of walking. A lot of walking. And Kelly says that stay away. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
They did a theme park for people that have special needs kids.
Yeah, they got that Sesame Street theme park in Pennsylvania. I've never been, but yeah, I heard it was just for for people with sensory issues. So, anybody been there to that theme park? I don't know if it's called Sesame Street, but I think it's in Pennsylvania. But it's dedicated, for you know, kids with sensory issues. Candy says Joe is wild. He rides some of the rides. Okay.
yeah, I know. Well, my late first wife Judy and I went to Disneyland in California for our honeymoon.
Mm. Disney, what is it? Lane?
Disneyland
Oh, Disneyland. I thought you said
In
in
Southern
Lane.
California.
California.
Now, how is that compared to Disney World?
It's smaller because
Okay.
it was Walt Disney had to mortgage everything he had in order to raise the money to build it. And of course, one thing too is that there's one hotel that's on the property, Disneyland Hotel, and the other hotels around there are not. But Disney World, on the other hand, by then they'd amassed a fortune and they were able to buy up pieces of land without telling, under dummy corporations, so nobody knew what that land was being bought for, or people would have jacked up the prices of their land. So they're just buying swampland for under different dummy corporations, and then they were able to build this huge amusement park with room to expand. So they have all the hotels they have on that property now, and built additional parks and so on. Uh, so they've been able to do all that with the land they had.
Okay. Well, awesome. Okay, you guys,
And David's not allowed to go on rides anyways because of his
because
seizures.
of seizures. Yeah,
Yeah.
and plus he has that skin condition. It wouldn't be good
Yeah.
if it's, not a
Yeah.
good day.
Yeah, it's I think your mileage may vary is the answer to that, really, because some autistic people love amusement parks. They have the time of their life. Others, there are reasons why you can't take them.
Right.
And some others you can take them, but just can't take them on some of the rides.
Exactly. Okay, and Kelly says we have Del Grosso in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Okay, that's a amusement park.
Yeah, and that's kind of in the central part of the state, Altoona.
Okay. Okay, you guys, we are at the end of the road. So, as you leave us this evening, make sure you thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Um, show us some love. We appreciate it, and we will be back once again next week
Look who's
for
on.
yeah, I see. We'll be back next week for another edition of Let's Talk Autism. For those of you who are in the book club, tomorrow's meeting is at 7 p.m. in the group. If you'd like to join our book club, it's free to join. You are more than welcome. And on that note, any final thoughts from everybody? Teresa?
I'm still getting a kick out of my son right now.
Oh, okay, with the hearts.
Yes.
Mr. Charles?
Yeah, just everybody have a good week. If you're on the East Coast anywhere, stay safe with the storm.
Yes.
And anyway, I hope to see everyone next week. Take care of yourselves and your kids.
Say hi.
Yes, thank you. Kelly says, have a wonderful week. See everyone tomorrow night. All right,
Oh,
Kelly.
David's saying hi.
Hey,
Hi,
David. Looking like
David.
your mom. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, on your way out, please make sure you show some love on the video. And that's it. Links for the sweatpants and mimosas is in the chat, as well as Beautiful Faces of Autism campaign. If you don't see the link for that, all you need to do is go to autismandus.org. And remember, I am not accepting any pictures by inbox or in the group. You must fill out the form on the website. One submission, if you have more than one loved one that you're submitting, it's only one at a time, one picture at a time. You must submit the first one, then come back and refill out the form for the second one or third one or fourth one. But anyway, that's it. You guys have a wonderful week. Candy says, have a good night. Enjoy your week. You too. You guys, and I'll see you later. Appreciate each and
Bye.
every one of you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.